Hey there. Welcome to your personalized deep dive into financial freedom.
Yeah.
Looks like you've been busy collecting quite a treasure trove of notes, articles, even some motivational speaker wisdom in here.
Right.
We're about to unlock the secrets to taking control of your time, your choices, and your future.
Okay.
And you know what I love about your approach? It's not about chasing some get-rich-quick scheme.
Right.
It's about building a life where you're in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this deep dive so exciting.
Yeah.
Financial freedom, it looks different for everyone,
Right.
and it's clear you're on a mission to discover what it means for you.
Yeah.
Your sources provide a fantastic roadmap, and I'm here to help you navigate it.
Okay, let's unpack one of the first nuggets that caught my eye in your research, the idea of finding your freedom number.
Okay.
You know that magic figure that covers your living expenses without needing a job?
Right.
My freedom number involves a beachside hammock and endless mango smoothies,
Sure.
but I suspect yours is a bit more personalized, right?
It's it's definitely the cornerstone of any solid financial plan. Think of it as setting your GPS before a road trip. Right. Without knowing the destination, how can you map the route? Your sources are spot on in emphasizing the importance of defining that concrete personal goal.
Yeah.
It transforms those vague desires for more money into a tangible target, and that can be incredibly motivating.
It makes total sense when you put it that way. It's not just about wishing for wealth, it's about defining what that wealth allows you to do, to experience. But then your research takes a fascinating turn.
Okay.
You dive deep into the power of mindset, even highlighting the 80-20 rule. 80% mindset, 20% strategy. Now, I'm all for positive thinking, but is it really that important? Shouldn't we focus on picking the right investments, side hustles, and all those practical strategies?
It might seem surprising,
Yeah.
but your sources are onto something crucial here. Mindset is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Imagine having the most powerful computer in the
Yeah.
world, but you only use it to browse cat videos.
Yeah.
The potential is there, but you haven't tapped into it. It's the same with finances.
Okay.
We often carry hidden beliefs about money, often negative,
Yeah.
that can sabotage even the best laid plans.
Okay, now you've got me picturing my brain as a computer filled with cat videos instead of financial plans.
Yeah.
Definitely not ideal. So are we talking about those classic limiting beliefs?
Right.
Things like money is the root of all evil or rich people are greedy?
Precisely. And those beliefs are more common than you might think. They often stem from childhood experiences, societal messages, or even just the fear of repeating past financial mistakes.
Sure.
The insidious thing about these limiting beliefs is that they can operate on an unconscious level, creating a sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. We might sabotage our efforts, make impulsive decisions, or even unconsciously avoid opportunities for financial growth. Your notes even mentioned a story about someone who consistently received job offers with higher salaries, but always found reasons to decline them. It's a classic example of how those hidden beliefs can hold us back.
Wow, that story really drives the point home. It's like we're our own worst financial enemy sometimes.
Yeah.
So how do we break free from these self-sabotaging beliefs? I saw you highlighted a section about affirmations, even circling that phrase, I am worthy of wealth. Now, I'm all for a good pep talk, but is repeating a phrase really going to rewire my money mindset?
I get it. It can feel a bit strange at first,
Yeah.
but think of it like this, those limiting beliefs, they're like having a record stuck on repeat in your mind,
Right.
playing the same negative messages over and over again.
Yeah.
Affirmations are like changing the record.
Okay.
By consciously choosing positive, empowering statements and repeating them regularly, we can start to reprogram those deeply ingrained thought patterns. It's not magic. It's about consistency and intentionality.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light here. It's like upgrading the software of our minds, right?
Exactly.
But speaking of upgrades, your sources also emphasize the importance of building multiple income streams.
Right.
I have to admit, the idea of a side hustle used to make me cringe, but you've got me intrigued. Tell me more.
It's not about adding more stress to your plate. It's about diversifying your income and creating financial resilience.
Okay.
Imagine your income as a table.
Okay.
If it's only supported by one leg, your job, it's pretty unstable,
Yeah.
right? But add a few more legs, side hustles, investments, maybe even some passive income streams, and suddenly you've got a much more solid foundation.
Right.
Your sources are full of creative ideas for generating income beyond the traditional 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and many of them leverage the power of the digital world, which makes them even more accessible.
Okay, so walk me through some of these income-generating gems you uncovered in my research.
One that came up repeatedly was investing in the stock market,
Oh.
particularly index funds.
Hmm.
Now, this isn't about chasing those overnight riches you see plastered all over social media.
Sure.
It's about harnessing the power of compound growth.
Oh, okay.
Imagine a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger over time.
Yeah.
That's the magic of compounding.
So it's more of a slow and steady approach, like building a financial snowball empire. I can dig it. What other treasures did you unearth?
You also highlighted some fantastic ideas for side hustles.
Okay.
The gig economy has exploded, creating countless opportunities to monetize your skills and passions.
Yeah.
Your research mentioned freelancing, which can be a fantastic way to leverage your expertise in areas like writing, graphic design, or even virtual assistants.
Right.
You even had a section bookmarked on creating and selling digital products, like online courses, ebooks, or printable artwork.
Okay.
Imagine turning your knowledge or creativity into a source of passive income.
Okay, that does sound pretty amazing. Passive income, it's like the holy grail of financial freedom, right?
Sure.
But be honest, is it really achievable? I always assumed it was for those lucky few who strike internet gold or something.
It's definitely achievable, and your sources offered some really inspiring examples.
Okay.
Passive income is about creating systems that generate income even when you're not actively working on them.
Okay.
It could be rental income from a property, dividends from your investments, or even royalties from a book you wrote or a song you composed.
Right.
Remember that section you highlighted on creating an online course?
Yeah.
That's a fantastic example of building an asset that can generate passive income over time.
You're right. It's like planting a financial seed that keeps blooming even when you're not tending to it every second. And I know we're getting excited about all these income streams, but even the most impressive money tree won't thrive if the soil is depleted. And that brings us to the, dare I say it, B word, budgeting. I saw a lot of emphasis on this in my sources, and I have to admit, it's not always my favorite topic.
I hear you. Budgeting often gets a bad rap,
Yeah.
but it's not about deprivation. It's about empowerment. Think of it as creating a spending plan that aligns with your values and goals.
Oh, okay.
Remember that beautiful analogy about financial freedom being about designing a life you don't want to escape from?
Right.
Well, budgeting is the architect that helps you build that life. Your notes even mention a great quote: "Don't tell me where your priorities are.
Okay.
Show me your budget, and I'll tell you."
Ooh, that's a good one. So it's not just about penny pinching, it's about making conscious choices that reflect what truly matters to us. And speaking of choices, one of the simplest yet most brilliant tips I came across was automating savings and investments. You even underlined it.
It's a game changer.
Huh.
Automating your finances is like putting your financial goals on autopilot.
Okay.
You decide how much you want to save or invest each month,
Right.
and then you set up automatic transfers to make it happen without you having to lift a finger.
Right.
It takes advantage of inertia, but in a good way.
It's like tricking our brains into building wealth effortlessly. I love it. But, it's not just about stuffing money into our bank accounts, is it? You highlighted a section on the importance of investing in ourselves, our skills, knowledge, health. Tell me more about that.
You're absolutely right. It reminds me of that quote, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." It's like we're each our own best project.
Yeah.
What specifically did you find in my research about this kind of investment?
Your sources highlighted the importance of being adaptable and continuously learning, especially in today's rapidly evolving job market.
Right.
They specifically pointed to skills like coding, digital marketing, and e-commerce as areas with high earning potential. And it doesn't necessarily mean going back to college for a whole new degree. There are tons of online courses, workshops, even free resources available to help you upskill or explore new areas that pique your interest. It's like that saying, knowledge is power, but in this case, it's also potential income. It's exciting to think about expanding our skill sets and opening ourselves up to new opportunities. But I have to be honest with you, after all this talk about investing, budgeting, building income streams, part of me just wants to fast forward to the part where I'm sipping lemonade on my metaphorical beach of financial freedom. Any advice from my research on how to handle that impatience?
It's completely natural to feel that way. We live in a world of instant gratification.
Right.
So waiting patiently for those long-term financial rewards can feel challenging. But your sources offered a brilliant reframe for this. Instead of fixating on that distant finish line of financial freedom, try shifting your focus to the small daily actions you can take right now. It's about celebrating those micro wins along the way, sticking to your budget for the month, making an extra payment on a debt, investing even a small amount consistently.
It's like that saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Big accomplishments are the result of consistent small efforts over time. It's about enjoying the journey, not just the destination, which, let's be honest, is a much healthier way to live.
Exactly. And that brings me to what I believe is the most impactful takeaway from your deep dive. It doesn't matter where you are on your financial journey right now, whether you're just starting out or you've already been on this path for a while, there's always the next step you can take.
I love that. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into your personalized roadmap to financial freedom, what's one small action our listener can take today to keep that momentum going?
It could be as simple as setting up that automatic savings plan we talked about, identifying one skill they want to learn, or even just reflecting on their why, the reason they're pursuing financial freedom in the first place.
Yeah.
The key is to take that step, no matter how small it might seem.
Beautifully said. And on that note of empowerment, we're wrapping up this episode of The Deep Dive. Remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a race. It's about making choices that align with your values, investing in yourself, and celebrating every step you take towards creating a life you love.